Okay, so the system itself, Bert Hellinger just developed the system recently to a more concrete way of how this work can be done. So that's why a lot of the work with family constellation in the beginning, in overseas, there's many different forms. So in Singapore, what we did is that we tried to make it a very structured, make it not so structured, not as in structured as in very fixated, but we have our curriculum, we have our discourses, and information about the dynamics of family constellation and the theory behind it. So for our academy, we tend to put it all together as a modular form system so that they can explore different aspects of life. Like for example, in our course, family, the root of life, the root of life is the foundation course for all those who want to learn about family constellation. Then after that, from there we branch out to the 8 modules, which is If Life the Second Chance series. So in it we talk about money, we talk about love, we talk about savings, we talk about our children, marriage, different aspects. So students can go into understanding the modules in different ways. So this is very different from how other so-called facilitators they do it, because most of the time family constellation in overseas, or even in Singapore in the early stages, they don't have a formal structure course. They just have a workshop, let's do your case, that's the course. So there is even no material. When I studied it, I didn't even have materials for
no books,
it was like
notes.
It was like really like mind-blowing, because the thing is, the only person who really translated all the books from German into readable language in Southeast Asia is Chinese. Then after that, recently there were books that were written in English, but it was so difficult to get in Singapore. I had to fly all the way to get all these books just to come back to Singapore to talk about family constellation. So that's why for Singapore, most of the time the people who are doing it is from overseas, and then after that there were a few that were from Taiwan. But I think from Singapore itself, so far I'm the only local born Singaporean who's doing this work, because I feel it's very important, because since it's talking about family and talking about roots, this land is Singapore. So if you're like Singaporean, there's a different dynamics, and a lot of the students really do feedback and say that there's a different dynamics at work. So of course the thing is, I would say that for our academy so far is the most structured course material and the course modules that are inside for this work.
So you actually not only conduct family constellation sessions, you actually teach people how they themselves could be their own practitioners.
We have a practitioner module where they can work towards, but usually we don't recommend that they take it until they finish the modules, because we feel that it's like an onion. You know, when you have so much issues and you don't clear it, you can't reach their level. And true enough, there are some students who request, like, I don't want to study the basic module, I want to study the modules relating to family, children, or marriage. Somehow or other, the case still goes back to the foundations, or the work of the foundations. So that's why this is true my observation that, you know, it's important that for those who are interested in this work, they really have to first address their fundamental issues in the basic modules. And usually in our basic modules, we talk about father-mother issues. So we really go into working and driving it out from our understanding and our pathway. So from this work itself, we extend out. Then when you are ready, then you can take the practitioner module to teach, or to even do a constellation sample. But of course, all this work takes experiences. Not experiences only in terms of the theory, but experiences of life. So that means it's like you can't teach people how to have a good family if you yourself is always constantly arguing with your parents. So this is a different work.
This is continuous self-work, right? Removing, or like I said, layers of the onion, removing each layer that doesn't benefit you anymore.
Yeah, it's not saying it doesn't benefit, because for us, we don't believe that there are layers that doesn't benefit us. For us in family constellation, we believe that all aspects all our experiences are important to us.
Even the negative ones.
Yes.
Because you form who you are.
Yes, and by being able to accept all this and our destiny, then there is a chance that life can be better for you. That's the thing. We don't seek to change anything in family constellation. The fundamentals of family constellation is about accepting the situation first. Even the inevitable, like for example death, trauma, separation, divorce. We learn to accept it, and through that acceptance, a change might happen. That is what we believe in the world. So that's why a lot of people go to family constellators hoping that they can change and turn the family situation around. We will say that this is not the work. The work is about how you accept first the situation, then you can change your own thinking past changing the situation.
So you got to start working with yourself. It's an internal shift and internal change before you can even see any external change occur.
Yes. It's just that, for example, if I have a relationship issue with my partner, a lot of times we point the finger at the other person and say, you are the one at fault.
Yes.
Or some will point at themselves and play the victim and say, oh, I'm so miserable. But when you open the dynamics up and you see that actually you are the one that has to hold certain responsibility, that consciousness or awareness change and shift certain things. Then when you shift, it's easier for the other party to correlate with you. Then that is where the change can happen. But I also agree there are some times where the work doesn't help because some people just don't want to take their responsibility. And that is where sometimes we have to tell our students and say, it's very difficult if you don't want to take that responsibility. So that's why with this work per se for family constellation in England in Germany, there is a very strict rule. And generally the house rule is within the first 3 sentences of conversing with me, if you can't tell me what's your problem, that means you're not ready for it. So it's that strict. But in Singapore, of course, being typical Singaporeans and everything, we are a bit more lenient. Yeah, that's the point.
Well, could you share with the audience, because you really do many things in this center, right? What is some of the causes and offerings that you have or stuff that you want to highlight that's upcoming for you?
Other than the aura-soma and the Kabbalah courses that we have and the family constellation course. Now the family constellation, we are having a monthly circle. That means every month on the first Saturday or Sunday alternate, there will be definitely the healing circle where people can come in to experience how to do how family constellation is like, how to be a representative and all that. And we try to have a course every month, and so far it has been a course every month, a foundation and an advanced level. So other than that, that's the highlight. We also have, as what we say, the Kabbalah, and we also have Tuesday meditation in the group, where we do a lot of meditations with crystals and the work with crystals. And we also talk about the philosophy or some understanding from different constellation work. So upcoming for this month of February, we will be having our life integration course, which this weekend, which of course is going. But for next month onwards in March, we are still also having the foundation course for family constellation, and we are also having overseas course, the 72 Angels in Taiwan. So
when is that?
That is in April. Yeah, that is in April and May. Where the 72 Angel course is basically a course that's inspired from the Kabbalah, where each sphere there is. From our birthday, we can check what is our angels. So during that course, we learn how to do connection to angels. Usually in Singapore, I hold it every Christmas. So that will be the 72 Angel course. So of course now it's Chinese New Year. We do a lot of feng shui. We're doing a lot of feng shui talks. So that is also something that is one of the highlights in the center. We are trying to merge East and West together to form an integrated school of learning. So we really have a lot of information. I don't think I can share everything, but if you want to know more, the audiences can go to www.heartofsophia.com. So that's our school's website. So at the moment, you can go there for more information.
But you also have a Facebook page?
Yeah, I have a Facebook page also, HOS.academy. Yeah, so facebook.com/HOS.academy. So basically people can like our page. We will have our weekly articles that I will write to put inside, and some tips about how to go about having better life or more holistic life.
That's amazing, right? So I'll be placing all these links below this video, so feel free to click on them, right? So you can find out more about what this center offers and read his blog post, right? Thank you very much, Kelvin,
No problem, thank
for
you.
sharing with us.
Yeah.
So much to integrate and learn.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. So guys, if you're thinking of an aura-soma consultation or just to discover more about Kabbalah or even experience for yourself what family constellation is about, right? Do feel free to seek Kelvin out. Right?
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Okay, Kelvin, I hope to see you in one of my future videos because I just want to pick your brain a little bit more. So much to share.
Yeah, that's what. I'm always welcome. I have like books and books of things to share.
Okay, thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, guys. See you in my next video.